What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be going through my recent sneaker rotation and showing you some shoes that I haven't talked about much on this channel, but they definitely deserve to be talked about. And also just showing you guys some of my recent pickups. So I hope you enjoyed. And by the way, if you want to keep up with me on the daily, Instagram is the absolute best place. I'm dropping content on there daily, including outfit videos. And it's definitely the best place to contact me. So make sure you're following me on there. The link can be found in the description. Now let's get to the video. So I got to start off with what for me is my absolute favorite pickup of the year so far, whether it be sneakers or streetwear, and that is this jacket that I'm wearing right here. This is a Germany track jacket, a warm-up jacket that Adidas released as part of their Euro 2024 collection. This jacket specifically for the DFB or Deutsche Fußballbund, or Die Mannschaft as they're called, which is basically the German football team. And as soon as I saw this jacket at the Adidas store, I immediately knew I absolutely had to have this piece. I didn't realize just how difficult it would be to get this jacket, because it turns out I wasn't the only one that was feeling it. It pretty much has sold out all over Europe at this point. There was a late drop for this at the Soulbox store in Berlin. That's how I was able to get this one. And I just think it is a gorgeous jacket. Adidas has been just killing it this year with the Euro 24 collections of pretty much all the teams. But this piece is sick. The retail price was only 100 euros. And for those of you wondering about sizing, it does fit quite oversized. I'm normally a size extra large in Adidas track jackets, but this one I got in a size large, and it fits just perfectly, just the nice baggy fit that I like. I'll be passing this one down to my future kids at some point. Similarly, Adidas also did a jacket for the Italy team, which I think looks just as fire. I would love to get that piece as well, but likewise, seems to be sold out everywhere. The Italian one actually is even going for quite a bit on StockX right now. Whereas this German jacket, if you still want it and you're willing to pay a bit of resale, you can definitely check out eBay. Adidas and the German football team are just the perfect match, and I just simply can't believe Germany is actually moving over to Nike next year. It's just really, really sad. Let's move on to the sneakers. Now, this one right here that I'm going to talk about, I think is one of the most slept on sneakers this year, and I'm just surprised that no one is talking about them. And they're these shoes that you see right back here. This is the Adidas Gazelle Indoor, the collaboration with UK retailer Size. They dropped in a couple of colorways. They're both available right now, actually, in pretty much full size runs. The other colorway is more of like a Brazil combo, I guess. It's got greens and yellows, and it's absolutely sick as well, but I do prefer this blue one better. A lot of people were saying that these shoes are quite a good alternative to the Gucci Adidas Gazelle Indoors that dropped 2 years ago, and I think that's a pretty fair comparison when you're talking about the choice of materials. So most of this upper seems to be done in this velvety looking material or velvety feeling material. Comparing the velvet on this pair versus the Gucci pair that I own, I would say the materials do feel a bit better on that one, but at the same time, this pair does retail for around $600 cheaper than the Gucci one, so I think it's a very fair alternative. I love this blue colorway in particular because I've just never really seen this combination of colors before. You have the pink laces. They do also come with standard blue laces in case you don't like the pink, but of course I had to throw on these pink ones. It looks incredible with that dark blue upper. You got some hit of green at the back and also a bit of black on the inner lining as well as the tongue, and it is just such a gorgeous sneaker to look at. I mean, it is a real head turner. The few times that I've already worn this shoe, I've had people tell me, you know, wow, those are some nice sneakers. What's really sick about them is just the way it looks when the light hits it. It gives off like this gradient type of effect, like the dark blue seems to turn into like a light blue when the light hits it, and it just looks so sick. Yeah, I just don't get why people are not talking about this shoe. This is, in my opinion, maybe one of the best, or if not the best, Adidas pair to drop this year. This sitting right now on the Size website, the retail on this is just £100 or 110 euros, which is ridiculously cheap for how nice this shoe is. If you're wondering about sizing on this pair, I took a risk and got these in my normal Adidas Gazelle indoor size, which is a half down, so I got them in a 10.5, and I'm happy to say it was the perfect choice. The shoes could not fit any better. It's always a bit of a risk when it comes to Adidas sizing. That's the one thing I wish they fixed, because some other pairs of Gazelles, especially the collabs like the Sean Witherspoons, those definitely you gotta go true to size, because depending on the materials, the sizing can be really thrown off. However, this one definitely go a half size down and it fits perfect. Even if you have wider feet, I still think you can go a half down. I love the fit on them, especially compared with the Sambas. It's more of a comfy shoe for me. I did drop a video recently talking about all of the different Adidas models and their differences, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. And if you watched that video, you know that the Gazelle indoor is in fact my favorite Adidas model. And maybe this is not like sneaker of the year, but as far as favorite pickups, favorite personal pickups of the year for me, this one is very high on the list. So the next sneaker I want to talk about, now these actually came out last summer and I need you guys to put some respect on these. This is the Jordan 1 Low Sashiko. Another shoe that I'm simply confused about why nobody wanted these. I think if you threw a reverse swoosh, a black reverse swoosh on this pair, it would be the highest reselling pair of Travis Jordan 1 Lows, because the details on these are just so sick. You got this denim upper with a lot of fraying details on it, and I love the way the embroidery is done on it. This is of course after the Japanese embroidery pattern of Sashiko, which is like very detailed embroidery. Look at how sick the Air Jordan Wings logo looks too on the heel. Maybe my only complaint with this pair is the midsole. I feel like, I know they were going for that aged look, but I think they went way too crazy on it. They made it a bit too yellow. They overdid it in a way, and that's my only complaint. But come on, for this shoe, I think when you look at what these are selling for right now on the resale market, they're going for under retail. I just don't get it. These are not the laces that the shoes come with, by the way. They come with your regular cream laces, but I did throw on these rope style laces that I bought myself. Of course, it has a bit of a longer tongue on this one because it's not a Jordan 1 OG, it's just a regular Jordan 1 Low, and of course that's gonna put some people off as well. But I love what they did with the tongue. They put that Jumpman logo there as well, done in a denim print. As far as sizing goes on this one, just go with your true size. That's what I normally wear on all my Jordan 1s. I got this in a US 11. The fit is perfect. I actually like the way that regular Jordan 1 Lows fit compared to OG Lows, because with the OG Lows sometimes I'm not sure whether I should go a half down or true to size, because they do fit a bit big sometimes. But these fit great. Go true to size even if you have wide feet. Let me know in the comments, do you guys think this shoe is heavily slept on? Because I definitely do. The next pair is a pair of Asics that I feel like is simply one of the best Asics pairs to drop this year, and not enough people are talking about it yet once again, and that is the Asics GT 2160. This is the collaboration with Kiko Kostadinov, who I'm sure you guys have heard of by now. He's done several pairs for Asics, and what I just love about his shoes and his vision is that he makes shoes that as soon as you see them on the street, you know for sure those are not some regular Asics. Those are some Kiko Asics. He has this very distinct way of playing with colors, with playing with tones, and especially material choices. And I don't think anyone does it better on Asics. On this pair, like such a unique combination of different brown tones. You got the purple mesh as well, and then when you go to the back of the sneaker, you have this very glossy finish, like a glossy purple eggplant finish. Just a crazy color scheme, which I'm sure is not for everyone. And by the way, in case you don't like this colorway, they did drop in 2 other colorways, which are maybe more wearable for some people. And I think in the US, they pretty much all sold out on the Asics website. However, in Europe, a lot of retailers actually have these on sale right now. In fact, I got them on sale myself, around 30% off. It's got some cool details as well, like this asymmetrical tongue, which you never really see on Asics sneakers. And this is really my first pair of GT 2160s that I've owned, and in terms of comfort, I would say it's not as comfortable as a Gel Kayano 14 or even a Gel 1130, but we're just really picking at straws here. It's not like this is an uncomfortable shoe, it just doesn't feel as soft on feet, which you might even prefer actually. In terms of sizing, for me, this pair fits the best at a half size up. I got this in an 11.5, and if I compare that with some other Asics models, I also go up to an 11.5 in the Gel Kayano 14, but in the Gel 1130s, I somehow fit best true to size. So I would suggest, if you have the opportunity, try on a pair of GT 2160s if you can find one. But if not, I think going a half size up is going to be your best bet. And the last pickup I want to talk about, and in my opinion, this is one of the cleanest collabs to drop this year. This is the Adidas Gazelle collab with Clot. And I've never really seen an Adidas shoe this unique. The inspiration here clearly comes from espadrilles, which are those shoes that I'm sure some of you guys have bought before and worn at the beach. And that's exactly the vibe this shoe gives off. I feel like you gotta wear these and go on a nice European vacation somewhere. Colorway on this, the cream upper looking super clean, and also the rope laces as well. What I found was really interesting about the shoe once I received it was the 3 stripes. So they're made out of these individually stitched glass beads, which is not something I really noticed in photos of the shoe, but in hand, wow, what a nice little detail that is. It feels like a handmade, like almost like a custom shoe in hand. And the upper is made out of this nice knit material, which feels very nice and breathable. There's not a whole lot of padding on this shoe, like pretty much none around the ankle collar, but it does come with this very thick insole which provides all of the cushioning on the shoe. It's a much thicker insole that you normally do get on a Adidas Gazelle indoor. And the most unique detail about the shoe, of course, is the midsole. It has what looks like an espadrille midsole. However, it is only kind of made to look that way. It's kind of done that way for visual detail. There's basically like a layer of hemp that is stitched around the midsole. But when you look at the inside of the shoe, you'll notice that the upper is stitched directly into that outsole, that gum outsole. So basically that hemp detail you see here is just a visual element added to the outside of the gum outsole, which personally I was quite happy with. I did want the shoe to still feel like a sneaker on feet and not an espadrille, but I love the vibe the shoe gives off. So when it came to sizing, I once again got this in my normal Gazelle size, which is a 10.5, a half size down. And I'm glad I did. Once again, like I said, the upper on this one is very thin and there's pretty much no padding at all. So I think going true to size, it's gonna feel a bit too long and you're gonna have a lot of heel slippage. So definitely you wanna go a half size down in this. The shoes do feel quite comfortable, decently comfortable on feet because of that thick, very padded insole. However, the insole is so thick that I do feel a bit of discomfort on the inside of my foot. So if you have slightly wide feet, you might get the same feeling. So I actually suggest maybe switching out the insole to a thinner insole and then it would fit perfect. I just love the vibe that these shoes give off. Great job by Edison Chen over at Clot to come up with this concept. Adidas, once again, I feel is just having another solid year when it comes to collabs. And that's pretty much my recent sneaker rotation and some of my pickups. Let me know in the comments which was the favorite sneaker that I talked about for you. Make sure you are following my sneaker podcast as well. The links to that can be found in the description. Spotify, Apple Music, you can find it all down below. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel, guys. I'm dropping content just like this weekly. Follow me on IG as well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the channel. Peace.